Good day, everybody. Hey, thank you for turning into my channel today. It's greatly appreciated. Please hit like and subscribe if you would. It means a whole lot to me. I'd like to see this channel grow. What I've got for you today is some information coming out of Multnomah County, which is the county in which the city of Portland is located. And currently, it looks like that all the bridges that cross over the Willamette River that separate the east side of Portland from the west side of Portland are all deemed needing to have repairs done and also not worthy to stand should we receive a major earthquake. So they're proposing ripping out one of the bridges or replacing it or doing repairs. I haven't read through the entire proposal yet because I'm just shell-shocked by the financial costs. So anyway, this bridge that they're talking about is called the Burnside Bridge. And their current proposal is to do repair or replacement at the tune of $18 to $22 million. And I understand the cost of bridges, so I know that seems a lot, but in reality it's probably not all that much in the grand scheme of things. But where my angst comes is these fabulous liberals that control both Multnomah County and the city of Portland have come up with this brilliant idea of putting vehicle fees on vehicles to help pay for these bridges. So currently we are having to pay for a bridge. All the citizens of Multnomah County are having to pay a fee for a bridge that was built in I can't remember, it's several years back. And the current fee is $19 per year, or what's that come out to? $38 for 2 years, since when you register your vehicle here in the state of Oregon, it's a 2-year period. So $38 for 2 years. And I'm not sure when that fee is going to expire, and but it's there. So Oregon's current basic minimum vehicle registration fee, which is up quite a bit from the last time I registered a vehicle. The last several years it's been done by my wife, and it went from $40 to now it's up to $112. So that's just the state fees alone. So obviously the wonderful liberals have decided to raise vehicle registration fees, and so now we're paying more than what I remembered we were paying maybe less than 10 years ago. So that has me perturbed just on that alone. But their current proposal to rebuild the Burnside Bridge is going to up some fees. So they're going to add in an additional $37 per year on top of the $19 per year we're already paying. So what does that mean? For those that live in Multnomah County, the vehicle registration fee just to pay for the Burnside Bridge and the Selwood Bridge is going to now go up to $112 for 2 years. So that's on top of the state fee. So now when we go to register our vehicle, it's going to be in the $224 range, and that's just the basic plate cost. So if you had like a customized plate, of course that fee is going to go up. So this is just the basic plate you could get. Will run you now for the Multnomah County $224. And personally, I find that absolutely ridiculous on several reasons, but I'm just going to give you one main one for right now, and that's this state has a problem with how they pay for things in the first place. So what really has me chapped on this is we spend just between two coaches for football in Oregon State University and the University of Oregon. We pay out to those football coaches over $6 million per year. And I find that absolutely ridiculous that taxpayers are having to pay that much money for a stupid football coach. And that's just football alone. Throw in all the other coaches we spend lots of money for, and we could have the Burnside Bridge paid in 1 year by just stop paying all these stupid coaches for college sports. Drop them down to what I would consider a reasonable fee or a reasonable cost for a coach, and put them in what most people would make in the state, around $50,000 a year, should be sufficient for a stupid coach to coach a football team, baseball team, or basketball team. And so there's my solution. Let's end this ridiculous bleeding of money to these coaches at a ridiculous amount of money. And then you throw in the fact that they are considered a public employee, so they're also on their public employees' retirement funds. And we've got people who are retiring in the state of Oregon making $56,000 per month in retirement. That's just nuts. By any way, shape, or form, that's ridiculous. So let's start there. Let's get rid of these coaches that cost an enormous amount of money, and just bring in a coach and pay them what would be a reasonable rate, maybe $50,000 to $60,000 per year. That's one way to deal with this issue. The other one is the stupid city here spends millions of dollars on their road construction projects that really are not necessary. Like currently, they're redesigning our streets and they're spending multi-millions of dollars to take what would be in effect a 4-lane road and narrowing it to 2 lanes of travel and putting bike lanes on the sides. And in some cases, street side parking that didn't used to be there. And it's making travel in this city ridiculous. They're also going through and putting speed bumps that I have no idea what this is costing. Speed bumps down the streets, which isn't necessary. Okay, so they're trying to slow traffic down in the residential areas, but it is frustrating that almost every street you turn down, that's a main road, you're getting hit with these stupid speed bumps. And then they're doing things like they did in front of the high school, where they took a 2-lane road with street side parking and they've left it a 2-lane road. They've put speed bumps in the road, but they've eliminated parking on one side of the road, left the parking on the other side of the road, and then put what in effect would be a 10-foot wide bike path down the road. That when I am driving down that road in the mornings to drop kids off from school, I rarely see a cyclist riding the road. So we've eliminated street side parking. We've put speed bumps on the street in front of the high school, David Douglas High School. And it's just making traffic a nightmare, especially when you get to the end of the road and you get up to Stark Street where there's a lighted intersection. And now you used to have 2 lanes that you could go, one that would go right and one that would go left. And now you just got a single lane that goes both right and left. And in the mornings when you got high school students coming to school crossing Stark Street, it can take you a while to get through that traffic light. In fact, there was one morning it took me 3 traffic lights before I was able to get my left turn, where in the past I'd have been able to make the turn on 1 light. And this is due to the kids crossing the street and this wonderful redesign they've done. So my other proposal is, let's stop wasting money on these stupid street projects to put bike lanes in for safety and slowing down, replacing speed signs to drop the speed limits down 5 miles an hour. And let's just stop bleeding that money out for those projects, and let's put that money towards the bridge. Now, I know the city of Portland doesn't own the bridge, but obviously it's within the city of Portland. So in my mind, the city of Portland can help pay for that bridge, and they can simply do it by getting rid of these stupid street projects that they're doing. So those are my 2 proposals on how the city could fund a reconstruction of the Burnside Bridge and not add an additional expense to us taxpayers and the people that live within the city of Portland. So anyway, just in case you didn't know and you live here in Oregon, or particularly in Portland, Multnomah County, you're going to watch your registration fee go up by my calculations, double what you were paying in the past. So anyway, there you have it. The ridiculousness of the liberal mind. Instead of making cuts to other programs to fund things that are necessary, we got the liberal mind of, we'll just raise taxes. But as the citizens of Oregon have oftentimes voted down tax increases, they've gone to this new way of adding what in effect would be a fee to your water or a fee to your sewer bill, and now they're putting on fees to our vehicle registration. It's a way to get around it being called a tax, and we will just call it an administrative fee. Ridiculous. One more reason why I want to get out of this city, and one more reason why I want to get out of this state. I am so fed up with the liberal minds that control this state. Instead of making cuts, we're going to keep raising rates, keep raising fees, and continue to raise taxes. What are they going to do? My opinion is they eventually want to take your entire income and then they'll divvy out what you should get. So that's where I think the state's ultimately going. But first and foremost, we can fund a lot of these projects simply by looking at the top 20 people that are considered public employees in the state and how much they've made. And I did a video on this a few years back, or a year and a half or so, I don't remember when, under which this state of Oregon can save well in the $56 million range just simply by eliminating paying out multi-millions to people in the top 20 positions, or the at least hundreds of thousands in many cases. Like the lead doctor at OHSU is nearly $1 million a year. That's ridiculous. He's a public employee. Make it $56,000 a year. That's what I think he should be getting. He should, these people shouldn't be getting more than a police officer or a firefighter make, and they're the ones out risking their lives for our public safety. So there's how I stand. We need to stop paying enormous amounts for people in jobs and give them a set fee that would be similar to what a police officer or a firefighter makes. That's just my opinion. No one in the state should make more than those people who risk their lives. That would be Oregon Department of Transportation, your street workers, and your police and firefighters. They risk their lives every day doing their jobs, and so no one else should be paid more than them. And that's my proposal. Change how we pay for people, and we could have the funds to pay for all these pet projects the cities, the counties, and the state of Oregon want. Those are my two thoughts. So if you like my video, please do me a favor and hit like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. And share this video with others that you might know that live in Oregon. And thank you for your time. And have a wonderful afternoon. God bless and Merry Christmas.